Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. We've got New York, we've got Dubbo, and we've got Brisbane. We have a wonderful guest with us today. She won the Pittsburgh Pro last weekend. She's 2 days out of the New York Pro, ready to do it all again. Giselle Machado, thank you so much. Or Machado, thank you so much for coming on. Our Australian accent is terrible. When we want to pronounce names. But we have been following you for a while now, and you have a huge base here in Australia. And after seeing you on stage just this weekend gone, we were like, wow, this is wellness. This is what it's all about. You know, you just brought an incredible package, and the judges thought so too. So today, what we wanted to do, and we know how tired you are, was to learn a little bit more about who Giselle is, where she got started, how did she become a wellness competitor, and what your future goals are with the sport. Thank you so much for coming on board.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, girls, for inviting me to this interview. I'm very happy. I'm tired, but I try to do my best for explain about my career, because just now, the word meeting, the really Giselle Machado, the potential of this young girl. I'm 27 years old. I'm going to do 28 in August. And I started competing with 18 years old on bikini category. And this category teach me a lot. I'm very happy to do these improvements in my shape and grow into wellness, because to me, it's more respect your body than you force your body to get in shape, you know?
Yes.
When I start with competitions, I'm doing another sports. When I have 7 years old, I'm do football. In Brazil, it's very common, everyone in the football, and I try basket and other sports in group. But I'm very skinny and fragile, and sports in group, I don't have too much success. I prefer do for myself in bodybuilding. I find my way and improve my body and make me feeling more happy, make me feeling more strong in mindset, in life, in everything. It's opened the door of the world to me. I travel out the world doing with love my sport. It's great.
When did you first do your very first show? Like, can you remember when you did that?
Yes, 2015.
Yeah.
With 18 years old. Beginning, I win this show is amazing experience. Yes, the first show in my life that I win with other girls more older than me. And I'm just a child.
Yeah.
But I'm looking very, very pretty, very smiling. I'm loving this first package, by the way, because it's my first step on the stage with my heart. I do all the hard work, like 5 months of prep to my first competition. And don't have a properly coach, but this guy helped me a lot. I remember all my coaches in my career. And I started in a small city in Blumenau, Santa Catarina. It's a city from Brazil.
Yes.
And this part is just growing a lot out the world. And now I'm still competing out the world.
It's incredible, isn't it? Because like in 2015, they didn't have wellness over in Brazil, did they? Or I don't think wellness really existed.
No, wellness is starting like 2018 or 17, maybe. But wellness is a new category, but it's very important because and behind wellness is bikini or figure, and the wellness is on the middle. For me, looks perfect. You can grow in legs and have a upper body like a bikini. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's really the South American body shape, isn't it? If you look at all South Americans, you know, they're really tiny little waist, petite upper bodies, and then these Amazon legs and these Amazon boobies, and it's like pow and boom. And so for you, when did you transition to wellness?
2018.
Yeah.
After I do Arnold, I still in Arnold Classic, my first Arnold on life, and I work really, really hard to get in a better shape of my career in bikini. And look to me, and really, I look like pro bikini. But in this time, it's the IFBB, not NPC.
Yeah.
And the style of the girls he like it is more skinny, like natural skinny, and I have muscle. I'm very disappointed about this because it's a unique show in my life. I don't placing on the top 5
Yeah.
or top 6. I placed 8.
Okay.
And I step out of the stage and thinking about my career and look to me, look to all the hard work I do. And okay, I'm going to wellness. I'm finished it. I'm going to wellness 6 months. I changed my prosthesis. I put more breasts, and I enjoyed this process to growing a little bit more my muscle, and step on the stage in the same year in wellness, and I look amazing. I win again and start to win, never more lose. Just blessings. I'm happy.
You found the right category for yourself. Yeah, you've like, yeah, you settled in the right category.
What there was when you talk about mindset, because of what the sport does for you, it would have been a big you would have gone through a big mindset change between placing 8th and going, oh my gosh, I'm so disappointed. Why'd I place 8th? I know I've given my everything to this. Like, when you walked off stage that day after you had lost, before you had the amazing comeback, you know, in wellness, what did you learn in that process that made you stronger?
I have too many situations in my life teach me to get more strong mentality, and it's too small situation because I love this sport. I love doing this, and I never give up just for don't win one competition. I look for my past and look for my future and thinking about this, what I can do, what is a solution, because everything in life is just a solution. If you're looking only for the problem, you always stay in the same place.
Yeah.
If you're looking for your problem and looking for the results and find a solution, you go into a better way. For me, always is about that. In this situation, for example, I just think, okay, I have a potential. I'm a good athlete. I know my value. I do everything I like to do, and I need do for do this competition, for do this shape. It's not. It's not. It's not a criteria of this judge. Okay, I'm going to another category because my body looks ready to change. I have a lot of muscle. My daddy are a black guy and my mother are Italian, and this genetic of Brazilians, it's mixed gen, everything, and I feeling I have a good condition for growing muscle, and I changed to wellness and changing my life.
Wow, I love that.
Choice.
You showed that you had a flexible mentality. You showed that strength and resilience, and you showed how humble. We can see his foot. It's
my coach.
Hey, coach.
She's too.
Hi. So you showed so much resilience, so much inner strength. You drew from your past experiences and also your future dream. And you listened to, you know, you allowed your body to choose your category, which is so valuable in this sport as well, because
yes, I think there's a lot of girls, you know, that you know, they might be struggling to find their category, but it sounds like you were like, right, okay, well, I've got an 8th place, and you know, that's not what I want. I want to be placed higher. So it was kind of that fire to get a better placing, but then also having the I guess sense to sit back and actually evaluate and think, okay, well, what do I need to actually do? Actually, I need to jump up a category. So that's
Yes, because I'm sometimes feeling scared about growing because I'm very small. It's normal when you are bikini. I have a carbophobic mindset when I started to be wellness to bikini because I never eat a lot. I always eat less, very less, like a bird.
Yes.
And now I'm
yeah.
eating properly like a human because I struggling myself. I struggling myself for do bikini. It's very unfair with me.
I'm eating like
Now
a
I'm
human.
feeling living. It's
Oh,
true. It's
Giselle,
very very bad.
I reckon
Bikini just killing myself. I
I'm gonna
love it, the
go.
category. I
Yeah,
respect a lot. I
yeah.
respect a lot, but for me, it's really hard because I have a lot of muscle. Look, this body. Just imagine this body with 47 kilos. Now I have 6'9".
You're 69
It's
kilos. Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
How tall are you?
157, 167, 167.
167, 167 centimeters,
Yeah,
69 kilos.
yeah.
Holy shoot. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm 157 and 61 kilos for figure. So yeah, I'm little, but compact. And Rose, like,
Yeah, it's good.
yeah,
So,
Rose is
yeah, so I'm like 176. So I'm really, really tall. But this would be the heaviest I'm coming into a show. And Lisa actually said to me, you will not be anywhere near as light on stage this year as what you have been, because I was a bit the same mindset as you that even though I'm a figure girl, I had this kind of phobia about eating a lot, and thinking I would gain body fat, and thinking, but I need the condition. I need the condition for figure. But, with Lee, they've gone like you. We're eating so much more food. It's really, really high calories, and my weight has gone up, but I've lost body fat. So it's very funny how the more you eat, your composition changes, and so many girls are scared that, oh, I'm going to get fat or I'm going to put body fat on, but it's the opposite.
No, it's the opposite. I learned too much about this because you need growing muscle. If you don't eat, what place coming this muscle? It's impossible. It's not about drugs. I'm changing out too much my mentality about that because wellness is feminine, is uh, is small things. It's not less
beauty.
is better.
Low.
Less
Yes.
is better. It's
Yes.
beautiful category. Is not masculinity. These girls going to the opposite way when thinking just about muscle or kilos, because sometimes you have a height, weight, but you look small. It's the most important. You look, not your kilos. I'm always, for example, in Olympia, I have 64 kilos, but I'm looking big. I don't like my shape on Olympia last year. This year, I'm going to improve my shape too much.
We
Just
can't
see.
wait.
Just wait
Can't
to
wait.
see.
Yeah.
Wait to see. Now I 69, but I'm looking small and much more muscle. I'm looking perfect. I love it, this shape.
Oh, it's so beautiful because you were big, round, full muscle bellies. You had beautiful cap shoulders, but not like huge, but still like everything was in proportion. And we were watching it live, and I was like, check her out. I'm like, I think she's got it.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm gonna put my money on Giselle. And sure enough, they they called your name out, and I was like, oh yes, that's amazing. And we were always curious in Australia because wellness is very new here. I think we've only had it for 3 years here, even.
Yeah, or it's only been around for the last 3 years, because we were kind of like even maybe 2 years behind the Americans, kind of getting that category onto our stages, because we're like a much smaller country, obviously. So only the last few years.
Yeah. And, and so, and obviously you go to Brazil and you see wellness and you really see wellness, right? And then, it's like, and then you go to Japan, and because the bodies are different, so you go to Japan or Asia and the wellness bodies look different over there. And then you come to Australia and the wellness bodies look different over here.
Yeah.
But, when you're looking
I
at
think-
what,
Sorry, I
No.
think wellness is a special category because it's hard to find a padrone shape, but you need to find the symmetry shape is the most important. You look for the winner of the category right now, for example, Franciele, and look for she. She have a balance is the most important. She has one category, for example, the wellness category in Japan, for example. The girl looks like Asian, looks like Chinese, but don't problem. Just need to find a balance in your body. That's it. Wellness is very special because this. All the girls of the wellness category have a special form, but the most important is find a balance for your shape. That's it.
I love that. And the balance is obviously, larger through the bottom half and smaller through the top half. So there's not too much balance between the shoulders and the clavicles and the glutes. The glutes have to be the more prominent area when you turn from the rear.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Exactly.
I love that. It really helps our Australian audience understand what wellness is all about on an international level, on an Olympia level, because when you look at, videos on, it can be, sometimes it's hard to tell, are they big, are they small, do they, like, where is the balance, are the angles of the cameras in the right position? But, you just going through, telling us that, the wellness category, it's an Amazon category. These girls like yourself, you're big, you carry a lot of muscle, and it's almost natural for your body to do that. So I think that was a really important key as well that you mentioned, was don't force yourself into a category if it's not suited to you, like you doing bikini at 47
Exactly.
kilos.
Exactly.
I'm coach like 6 years, and have persons come to me saying, "Oh, I like to compete on wellness." Okay, I look for this body. No,
You can't
No.
compete in wellness.
why not? I love the wellness category. I like to do wellness. Okay, but you need to improve yourself first, for after you can grow into wellness. I like to compete soon. Okay, you go into bikini first, and after you grow into wellness, or you do a long off season without thinking about compete, like 1 year, like 2 years,
Yes,
and after this, with time, you're going to compete on wellness.
I
I
love
love how
The
because I think the better coaches that I come across and that I see will tell their potential clients exactly that. Look, if this is going to be a 1 to 2 year process, you're not going to just walk off the street, and unless you're a genetic freak, which we know that there are those people that come along every now and then, but generally you're going to have to put a lot of hours into the gym. And particularly with wellness, I was really curious. So with your training, how did that change from when you were a bikini competitor to then when you went over to wellness? Like, how would you describe the change in your training approach?
I see the most different about legs, obvious, because in bikini I'm training like 3 times on the week, upper body, back and shoulders. Now I'm training like 3 times legs, glutes,
you.
hamstrings,
Yeah.
and quads. In bikini, I never training quads, never. I growing a lot my backside, hamstrings and glutes on bikini, and it's helping me a lot in the category right now, because it's not too hard to grow in quads, but it's very hard to grow in hamstrings and glutes. And all the girls on wellness have big quads and not too massive glutes and hamstrings. And also calves, because calves to me is
Yeah.
important. Calves matter.
Cows,
Calves
not
matter a
calves,
lot.
cows.
Absolutely.
Calves. Cows matter a lot.
Cows. I want cows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cows make part of the
Legs. It's impossible you look for great legs without cows. It's
I
important to have
agree. Yeah.
all the package.
And it really balances that backhand out. You know, it's complete. You want something that's complete by nature. That's
Yes,
great.
it's the symmetry. Symmetry is this.
Yeah. So when it came to like prepping for the New York, not the New York Pro, I should say the Pittsburgh Pro, and obviously the New York Pro, how did your, let's say, training change, maybe your food change from your last prep, which would have been the Olympia last year?
Okay. I'm due Charlotte this year also. Have 30 days. Now I'm going to do 30 days. I do Charlotte Pro.
Charlotte,
I
yeah.
win, and I'm going to Pittsburgh, and now I'm going to New York. 3 shows all together. It's the best. It's the best. I'm planning for do this because I'm not competing on Arnold. After Olympia, I take a rest and chose these shows because I know it's the best judgments, is the best shows to do before Arnold and Olympia. And about my training, I changing everything because I'm going to live in Dominican
wow.
Republic with my coach. The personal care is very important. It's make a difference. He train me every day. I training every day with my coach. I do every day the hard training. I never have time to think bad things. Always he teach me about mindset. It's very good. I have
love
a
that.
great team with me. I have psychologists. I have doctors. I have massotherapy. I have everything I need. It's very cool. Very cool.
I love that
Great
you
support.
said that. That is so amazing because having a coach that you can trust with everything inside of you, having a team that you can trust that knows your body, you know, and you find that, you know, I find that there's a, you know, in our sport, and I've seen this because I've been competing since 2005, so very, very long time. Same as like similar to Rose. People don't like the results they get, or they don't win, and then all of a sudden they want to go to another coach, or they want to go to the coach who's athlete one on the day. And you know, it takes time for your coach to get to know your body. It takes time to build the relationship. But
yes,
yeah, and the fact that, you know, you're moving to the Dominican Republic with your coach and your whole team there just shows how committed you are, but also how implicitly you trust your coach, you know, because you're saying, here's my body, do what you have to do, you know, to my body. And so, you know, can you share with us, you know, some of the qualities that you look for when you hired your current coach?
Okay. I meet my coach in 2021. It's a God plans. I'm very blessed about that. All in my life happened with a purpose. It's incredible. I'm going to Dominican Republic to try get my American visa. I'm a second qualifier to the first Olympian wellness, and I can't do it this show because I don't have American visa. And I'm going to Dominican Republic, and my other coach, my coach helped me to get my pro card. Told me going to this gym because I meet this guy. He have a gym here, and I just meted him. He helped me with a very kind heart, without payment, without nothing, just because he loves the sport, and he support me this time. And we keep contact. And passing 2 years, and now he helped me about the training, online training, and he convinced me with her mindset, her style of work with the athletes he working. He not so recognized right now because too many people sometimes don't recognize the right persons, but now he have recognized with me.
because
Yes.
he deserves this. He worked really hard, not just with me, but all the athletes he have. And he bring this part to Dominican Republic with shows in here. He helped to do shows in here right now. He grow this part. He support a lot of persons with problems with on mobility, for example. He is a very good guy. I can't explain everything because it's about a good heart. It's not
Yes.
just work. And he study a lot. He always
Yeah.
is still doing courses, always is still learning about the bodybuilding. He is a very intelligent. Is make me give attention because this I can trust when I see the results and I see the person working hard, because it's not just I know that, do because I know. No, I need trust by your experience, by your intelligence, by everything you're showing to me. I just trust when I see the results, you know?
Of course. And
Yes.
I love that as well, because I think that's very important. But the other thing you mentioned, Giselle, was that you also have a psychologist you work with. Like Rose and I, Rose is actually a psychologist. I've done my psychology degree
Wow.
as well. And we
Good.
but we understand that in order to develop this needs to be right.
Yeah.
And so we have coaches that help us with our mindset and psychologists that help us with our mindset here in Australia. And I think for a lot of people listening today, sometimes it might not be something that they really like dig deep into to understand who they are as a person and what they need to work on, and the influence that having a good mindset has on your journey as a competitor, as an athlete. So when did you start working with a psychologist or a mindset coach to help you in this journey?
Good.
About that, I have a long history because I lose my father, I lose my grandmother, take care of me, I lose my grandfather, and these persons are very close to me with 14, 15, and 16 years old, year by year. And I start to do psychologist by this because it's a really hard situation to live, and never more get out the psychologist, because it's not just because you suffer in your mind, it's because you need to explain your emotions. And when you get in high places on the career, also for all the careers is very important, principal athletes on bodybuilding, because all the drugs he take blowing your mind, and all the hard situations about hungry, about pain, everything try to get you down. And you need to stay always pushing yourself, always improving your mind, your condition for continuing the work. It's not easy. It's a really hard sport. You just can't come to a Mr. Olympia place when you still really pro mindset. It's not for everyone. It's
Exclusively, 100%.
Yeah.
You need a team with you. You need to care about your mind, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. You know, we get, you know, as we get closer to comp, you know, the stakes are really high. You've got your heart set on, you know, winning and getting qualified for the Olympia, which I think for a lot of professional athletes is like, that's the golden ticket, you know, like that's, you know, getting up on that Olympia stage. And, you know, sometimes we can play mind games in our heads, like we're not good enough, or we're not lean enough, or we're too small, or we're too big, or what about that athlete? But then it's also, like you said, it goes back to your generational trauma. Like, what is your upbringing like? How were you taught? Who parented you? What significant emotional events occurred in your life that have, let's say, put blocks in helping you move forward, you know? So I think that what you said, I can see there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot there that's happened to you. But it's also like you said your grandfather and your father, like they're like your why. They're like your driving force every single day.
I use all this
bad energy to get a strong mindset and a strong attitude, because I know he is looking to me and he is proud about my work. And always I do this with love and don't think in the bad parts, because I know I can survive. I can do my best for my family. Now I have a great experience with my mom, with my grandmother. Always she's praying for me. Always she's coming to me. Congratulations, my dad. You look amazing. It's so good. I have too many things to say good. Thank you, God. And it's just this. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for suffer the situations in my life. Sometimes the people talk like, "Oh, I'm so poor because I live that." No, you are rich. You are rich because God remember you. God never lose you in the mind. If you suffer some situations, you have experience. It's not bad. It's good for me. I think I like this. It's good to suffer some situations because make you more strong. I'm blessed to have all this my life.
You know,
Mhm.
I can feel the emotions when you speak there. And one of the biggest things there that you mentioned was God and having faith. And it doesn't matter what religion you are or anything, but having faith is very, very important. There is, a bigger source than just yourself.
Yes. First, you believe in you. First person in this world need believe in yourself. It's you. Always. Always I told this for my athletes, because sometimes it's like young athletes, first time step on the stage, I say, listen me, your body now start getting a condition. It's your first show. Don't put all this pressure in yourself. Just trust in the process, trust in God, trust in your work principle, because you doing. No, okay, I'm doing. Go with this mindset. You are a winner in your life. You are a winner every day when you wake up and going to do your cardio and do your meals correct. Is this is the champion mindset. First, you need trust in your work, trust in yourself.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Giselle, if your father was here right now, what would he say to you?
What he say to me?
Yeah,
Probably,
with where you're at, with everything that you've done and everything you've achieved and where you're going, what would be his words of wisdom to you right now?
Oh, probably he say, I'm very proud about you, my daughter. I'm very happy to you, and you are my big love. You are my children forever. Because always he take me on her breast and hug me.
Aww.
And I have too much good memories about that. He died. I'm very young when he died, and I never have this contact with him all my life. He and my mother don't living together, and I miss my dad a lot, a lot. And I know he's very proud about me. I know that.
Well, I
Oh,
know
yeah.
he'll be watching over you. And I know that he'll be watching over you in this next show in 2 days' time. Have you ever done the New York Pro before?
No, it's my first time. Today I'm going to visit the Valve Gym and see Steve. He in the middle of my presentation, I do the routine to him, and he say, "You look perfect." I don't ask to nothing. Just he say, "You look ready. You look perfect." It's a blessing to me. Listen this before the show, have all this feedback. This shows is most important to this for have the correct feedback for improving myself to Olympia this year. Because as I'm doing all the shows, because I have the qualify. It's not about the qualify. It's about improving myself. And I'm really proud. I'm really proud to be here.
Giselle, we are so proud, of you and seeing your journey and evolve and getting on stage and getting the O qualification, because you could see the look in your face of sheer elation. And going into this show is obviously important to you. And you mentioned about getting the right feedback. You know, you've got Weinberg. I think Weinberger is judging this one as well as the last one. Yeah. I think is Sandy going to do it? Is Sandy Williams?
Sandy, probably Sandy. I think Steve
can't judging this show because it's his show.
Yeah.
I think yes, Attila, Tyler, and Sandy probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, you know, and you said you're looking for feedback. Did you get feedback from the last show last week at Pittsburgh? And, you know, and when would you like to share with us what the judges have said, or do you need to keep that quiet?
Oh, I don't have problem
to share. No problem. My feedback from the first show this year, Charlotte, is to grow a little bit more my quads. Just a sweep in the quads. And I do this for Pittsburgh. And now in Pittsburgh, my feedback is to not growing more my shoulders and arms, keep the same or reduce. Now I'm not training nothing about upper body, just legs and glutes, and get a little bit more tired in the glutes. That's it. Shoulders and tight in the glutes.
Little wow. just a little bit, isn't it, Rose?
I was going to say that's so close. Like, yeah, that's amazing feedback. That must have really encouraged you to go, oh God, I'm close.
Yes. And also this week, I just trained two times. I rest. I need to learn about rest because I love training. I love doing workout every day. But now I understand how much important is rest time for body. Principle, when you do a lot of competitions near, is really important. You don't killing yourself or putting your body on stress. Because you grab retention, you growing muscle, you don't need to growing. It's better rest and relax your mind and do just the details, not more.
Yeah.
Such
important feedback, and thank you so much for sharing that, because you do hear people go, you got to eat, you got to go hard, there is a fine balance, you know, because you don't grow when you're constantly training, you grow when you're resting, and some people need more rest than other people. And, you know, sometimes you find that natural athletes versus assisted athletes have different parameters.
Yes.
And as you get older, different again.
Perfect words. When you have more muscle or maturity, is different when you are young muscle. It's very different. I'm feeling a big difference right now, for example, about rest and about recovery post-workout. It's different. Principle, when you use good supplements also is too much important, more than drugs. Use good supplements and never take off the good supplements like vitamin C, omega, multivitamin, and all these stuffs. It's very important. Yes, it's like a really professional comportment. I'm looking for the athletes sometimes getting out the competition and stop training, stop eating right, stop doing supplements. What the hell? What type of athlete you are? When you're pro, you need to keep the same strategy all your life. I'm feeling healthy in the whole life. I'm feeling healthy. It's important to me.
Important what you just said. It's what I've noticed from all of the ladies that we've spoken to that are athletes on this this podcast, and we've had, you know, everyone that we've spoken to has been an Olympian, and they've got one similar thing, which is that this is their lifestyle. They don't just turn this on for like 20 weeks and then, after the 20 weeks and after I've gotten off stage, I'm just going to completely throw everything that I've been doing out the window. It's an actual lifestyle that that gives you longevity in the sport, doesn't it? Like it allows you.
Exactly. It's be like a legend, because always I look for all the great athletes, and the athletes make part of the history of bodybuilding. And look, to me, I'm getting the similar way. because I love this. Is my life. I do this not for hobby. It's my work. I treat this with a special mindset because I know it's very important to my health also. And I represent too many people with me all the time. I need to keep the same comportment every time because everyone looking to you like inspiration. And it's important. You continue the work, prepping or not prepping. I don't care about opinion of other person, just I care about me. It's the most important.
100%, you know, and that's what makes you an Olympian and such a great person. And, you know, not only that, but also a very humble person as well. You know, here you are 2 days out, tired, depleted, like all you want to do is go to bed. And, you know, you've come on to chat with Rose and I, to your fans as well that are going to be listening to this around the world, that will have heard a side of you, Giselle, that is more intimate, more personal, more real than you already are. And, you know, Rose and I only wish the absolute best for you in this weekend's New York Pro. We will be cheering on the sidelines, and all the best leading into the Olympia. But in closing, you know, one of the things that I love to ask everyone that comes onto our show is what are 3 tips that you can give your fans, anyone that's listening today, some advice entering this sport, irrespective of what category they do?
Okay, perfect. Always, my first tip is less is better. Less is better about drugs, about everything. Principal drugs for women, because principal when you start just coming with drugs, no, getting your better shape without nothing, and after when your body responds, I need more for change, start.
Yeah,
the best way, because this part is really details. If you use drugs, not only about health, but also about your looking. You're looking more masculine very fast. You don't need that. It's important to keep this in mind. Less is better. Always.
always.
I started without nothing. Yes, I started without nothing like 3 years, and after this, when I changed to wellness, I improved my shape with small steps. It's the best way, always. And have a good coach and trust 100% your coach.
Yeah,
It's too important, because mindset when you're still on stage, you need to keep in your mind, I do my best, I follow out the plan. Because when you don't follow out the plan in the stage, you're feeling insecurity. You can see this on the athletes. You can see the face like, oh my gosh, what I do. No, you need training. You need to trust in your coach. And also for all the athletes, please, training, posing every time. Posing is very important.
Yes.
Posing, because you have a great shape and you can't show in that. It's really bad. Competitions and bodybuilding is about posing. It's about you can show your results. You need to show how security you are in this moment, how hard work you do for still in here. Posing, trusting our coach, and less is better is my 3 tips for you girls.
Thank you so much, Giselle, for coming on. And look, you know what? We can't wait to meet you. So one day we know you're going to come to Australia, but we are coming over to see you.
I hope very soon, because it's my dream to meet Australia. It's an amazing country. I have some friends in here. Maybe he's bring me to see the show in here and prestige you girls in person.
We'll show you around. You know.
Let's go.
We'll look after
Thank you so much.
That's it. That's it. And you know, once you finish the Olympia as well, we'll get you back on Go Figure. We'll keep in touch with you, and this will be up and running in the next 6 to 8 hours. So I know it's bedtime. So when you wake up, it'll be there for you, ready to go. But once again, Giselle, thank you so much for coming on board. We absolutely adore you. We wish you the best of luck. We'll stop recording now, and I will we'll say goodbye to you privately before everyone else sees you.
Okay. Thank you so much for invitation. Thank you so much for sharing my history to the world. I hope I can help some girls and support you girls for growing your podcast. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Giselle.